Oh dear. So I am going to show you how I make this beach cover up. Okay, so first off, what I did was, let me get a pencil. So what I did, so this is my waist. Wish it was that thin. And then what I did was, so that's my waist, and then my hips, and then down. So what I did was I measured the widest part of my hips, and then I added an extra 3 inches, so that I've got room to move, you know, so it's not kind of stuck to me like cellophane. So that was 40 inches, and then I just just crocheted until it come to kind of just below my thighs. No, so it doesn't go to the knees, because at the end of the day it's just to cover up over my swimsuit when I go, you know, when I go to the beach and I want to go and get a drink or whatever. I've got to cover up, or lunch. And so I'm going to show you how to do this. I think this stitch is called the quad stitch, but I call it my 4 in a bed. And what I use is a 3.5mm hook. This is a clover hook. You all know that clover hooks are by far my favourite. And I'm using 100% mercerized cotton. This is from Ice Yarn, and it's Camilla Cotton Magic. And at the top I've used an acrylic blend, because it's at the top of your shoulders. So and I think it looks really nice. The colours look nice together. So what we're going to do is, the pattern for this is multiples of 6 plus 2. So you need to, for me, I am going to, and this is a 2-weight, guys, before I forget. So let me see if I can get the centre of the, okay, so I've sorted that tangle out. So we're going to do a slip knot, and using 4.5mm crochet hook, we're going to make a chain of 140. So that's, hold on, let me just do a slip knot first. There we go. So we're going to make a chain of 140. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I'll meet you back here when you've got 140. If you need to do more, don't forget the pattern is multiples of 6 plus 2. Right, okay, so we've got 140, and we're moving that to one side now, and using the 3.5 hook, you're going to skip 1 and into the back. Now if you can see, they've got a little nub, the back loop, and I'm going to do a single crochet into that. So skip 1 and into the back, you're going to do a single crochet, and you're going to single crochet the first row right across all the into the back. If you don't like using the back loop of the chain, then fine, you do it however you like, but I like using the back of the loop, the back loop of the chain. I'm doing a half double crochet here. let me see what I've done now. That's me talking, you see. Oh dear. Right, let me see. Right, so it's a single crochet, not a half double crochet. So it's because I like half double crochets, guys, one of my favourite stitches. So into the back knob, do half single crochet all the way along, and you should then have 139 stitches. So into the back loop of your chain, or if you like to use the front loop of the chain. And the reason I'm using the back, as you can see, you've got a nice stitch, and what I'm going to do round the bottom of the beach wrap is I'm going to do a shell stitch, and that's why I like to do the back of the back loop of my chain. So continue doing that until you get to the last done again, doing a half double crochet when it should be a single crochet. Right, okay, so I'll meet you at the end, single crochet all the way, and you should have 139. So I'll meet you at the end, guys. Sorry about that, I don't know why I was doing half double crochet, my favourite stitch, that's why. What's your favourite stitch? Right, okay, I'll see you at the end. Before I go on, I just want to tell you that if some women don't have hips but they have the thighs, you measure the widest point which is applicable to you, okay guys? So mine was 40, so I halved it, which is 20, and then I added 3 inches, so this for me is 23 inches right across. For you, for example, say yours is 46, half of 46 is 23, add another 3 inches on, so that your chain measures what it should be, okay? So now we're going on to the first row, and it's a 1 row pattern repeat, guys. So easy to do. So I've done my single crochets. Yes, I did do single crochets. I didn't have to turn it back once I come off camera. Right, okay, so what you need to do is you need to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you skip 2. You don't count this first one because you've got your chain here. You skip 2, and into the third stitch from the end, you do a double crochet. You do another double crochet, so you do 4 double crochets into the next 4 stitches. Then you chain 2, you skip 2, and then you do 4 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Chain 2, 1, 2, skip 2 into the third chain, stitch, sorry, another 4 double crochet. And this is all US terminology, guys, all US terminology I'm using. So that's how it looks. As you can see, it's the same here as it is here, and that's all you do. Chain 2, skip 2, 4 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Chain 2, skip 2, 4 double crochets, and that's what you're going to do right to the end, and I'll see you at the other end. So don't forget, 4 double crochets, chain 2, skip 2, 4 double crochets all the way along, and I'll see you at the other end, guys. Okay, so we finished the first row, okay, and you should end on skip 2, chain 2, skip 2, 4 double crochet. So now this row is the row that you're going to repeat continuously. So what we need to do is you turn and you want to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And in the third double crochet you want to do a double crochet. So into this one, into the third, hold on, 1, 2, 3, into the first, the fourth double crochet before the chain 2, you want to put a double crochet into there, and then into the chain 2 space you need to do 2 double crochets into that 2 chain space, and then into the first double crochet of the next 4 double crochets. So into the first one you want to do another double crochet. So you've got 4 double crochets there. I'll take this out. So you've got 4 double crochets. Can you see? So you've got 1 at the top of the last double crochet on this set of 4. You 2 double crochets in the chain space, and then you put on the first double crochet into the next 4, you know, into the 4 double crochets from the previous row, you put 1. So you've got 4 double crochets. Then you chain 2, and into this, the 4th double crochet, you do a double crochet. Into the 2 chain space you do another 2 double crochets, so that makes it 3 double crochets, and then into the first double crochet from the row below you do another double crochet. You chain 2, you skip 2 stitches, and into the third stitch you do a double crochet. Into the chain 2 space you do another 2 double crochets, and then into the first double crochet from the row below you put another double crochet. So you've got 4 double crochets. So in essence, guys, what you're doing, you're repeating this from the row below, but whereas into the 2 chain space you're going to put 2 double crochets. So you got 1 either side from the double crochet the row below, and then so that gives you 4, and that's why I've called it 4 in a bed. Can you see? So I'll just go through it with you a couple more times just to make sure. So I've done the 4 double crochets, so I'm going to chain 2, skip 2, and then a double crochet into the third stitch from your last double crochet. Then the 2 chain space you're going to do 2 double crochets into that 2 chain space, so that makes it 3, and then into the top of the next double crochet after the chain 2 you're going to do a double crochet, chain 2, skip 2, and into the third stitch you're going to do a double crochet. Then into the 2 chain space you're going to do 2 double crochets into that 2 chain space, and then into the top of the double crochet row below you're going to do another double crochet, chain 2, skip 2, and into the third stitch you're going to do a double crochet. into the chain 2 space, you're going to do 2 double crochets, and then into the first stitch on your the double crochet from the row below, you're going to do your 4th one, and that's repeated all the way. So at the start of every row, you're going to do a chain 5 and then a double crochet. You see, at the beginning of the row below, we did a chain 5, skip 2, 4 double crochets, and that's what you're going to do. So this row that I've just shown you now is repeated all the way through, so you continue doing that until you get to the length that you want it. And then when you've done both sides, I'll show you how I'm going to put it together. At the top, I'm going to do a peephole shoulder, so I'm going to kind of sew it so many, leave so many open, and then sew a couple together, and that, but we'll come to that at the end. But at the end of the day, guys, this is the pattern that I'm using. I believe it's called the quads. I call it 4 in a bed, and that is the stitch that I've used throughout this beach cover up. Okay, as you can see, I've done a few more rows, but when I was coming to the end of this row, I realised I didn't show you how to finish this row and start another row. As I said, it is a 1 row repeat, and after you've done the initial first 2 rows, the third and the rest from the 3rd row up, it's just the same. So as with this, at the beginning of this, I chained 5 and then 4 double crochets, chain 2, 4 double crochets all the way along to the end. And when you get to the end, you come to this 5 chain space, or the 5 chains, what you did. So what you're going to do is you're going to chain 2, skip 2, and into the last double crochet from the row below, you're going to do a double crochet. Then you're going to do, in this 5 chain space, you're going to do 2 double crochets, 1, 2, and then into the 3rd chain from 3rd chain up, so the 1, 2, 3, into the 3rd chain, you're going to do a double crochet, and that makes you 4. So as you can see, so when you come to the end of every row, you end up with you end up at the 5 chain, which you do at the beginning of every row. So that's what you need to do. You need to do 1 double crochet into the last double crochet from the row below, 2 double crochets into that chain, and then the last double crochet you make through the 3rd chain from the row below, and that's how you finish off. And then to start the row, all you've got to do then, as always, is 5 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and then 1 double crochet into the last double crochet from the row below of the 4. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, so you do a double crochet into that stitch, and then into the 2 chain space you do 2 double crochets, and then into the next stitch you do a double crochet. Whoops, you do a double crochet, chain 2, skip 2, 1 double crochet into the 4th stitch, 4th double crochet from the row below, and that is what you continue to do. 2 double crochets into the 2 chain space, 1 double crochet into the double crochet from the row below. I hope that helps. As I say, if you've got any problems, just email me and I'll be more than happy to help. So that's how you finish a row and start a row. So I hope you enjoy. I'll see you when I've finished this side, and then I'll come back and I'll show you how to put it together, how I'm going to put mine together. You could put yours together totally different, but I'm just going to show you how I put mine. And I'll see you on the other side, guys.